Okay, so here we have Anjilis. She's 2009 Trinity, 161 feet. There's a nice running shot of her, gives you the overall profile view. Very nice boat, this one. It's very Art Deco feel to the interior. A few specifications here. 2009, 28-foot beam. Draft is 7.5 feet, which is pretty good for the size there. It's aluminium hull and superstructure. The classification society here is ABS. That's going to help you with chartering and also will affect your insurance rates. Here you can see the main engines are our Caterpillars 3512s. Great engine. They're used very widespread throughout the industry. Very easy to work on. You can go basically anywhere in the world and you'll always find a Caterpillar technician. So nice engines to have. Cruising speed 16 knots, fast enough to get you wherever you want to go. The price $24,900,000. That has been reduced recently, and that's a great asking price. So here we run through some photographs. This is the main salon and the dining room. The organ there sits right at the back of the main salon. It sort of has a bar area around the front. You can see that in the bottom left photograph. She has a rather than a completely open plan layout, she has a formal dining room. It's personal choice. Some layouts will have the open plan feel, so you can see right through from the aft doors to the dining salon. Some people prefer the privacy of the formal dining room. Here, a couple of quick shots. The galley. This is the standard layout for Trinity galleys. Very common with these boats. It works very well. They've kept it basically the same for years and years now. The top left photograph you see there is the day head on the main deck, and the top right, that's looking down to the foyer on the main deck from the bridge deck foyer. Here you can see the nice change of pace that they use with this boat. It's a Glade Johnson design. Most of the boat has a Art Deco feel to it, except for this area up on the Sky Lounge. It's more of a Key West feel, very relaxed. As I say, a nice change of pace for this area. The exterior dining table that you can see there, and it's here in the top left. They use this area well. There's two different types of table you can have here. There's the round or the rectangle. Really, for this area on this size deck, the round table works a lot better. It means that more people can sit in a smaller area. It also helps out the crew and the stewardesses for serving. They've not got to squeeze around any narrow areas there. So it's a good choice for the size of the deck back there to have the round table. On the right hand side here at the top, you can see this is the main deck foyer, and there you can really see the Art Deco feel. You can also see on the side walls of the stairs going down, you can see that they really have lots of detail in the veneer panels there. It's a beautiful boat, a beautiful interior. The pilot house bottom left there, that's another fairly standard feature of Trinity's, to have the flat screens there. Very ergonomical, small office space at the back, navigation desk. And then we move into the master suite. which is at the bottom right here. Two sort of styles that Trinity use. One is this style with the forward-facing bed all on the one level. There is another style in boats that are around the same size, where they have the split level master, and we'll see one of those on the later reviews. I'll review a couple of boats with the split level and explain the differences there. But for Anjilis, they have this fairly traditional style one level master. She has a beautiful his and hers bathroom, and you can see the photographs here. An amazing onyx and marble package on this boat. I think they call this this onyx a champagne or a cappuccino onyx. Really nice choice of stone. You can see on the top right here that photograph of the shower, so that joins his and hers, hers being the side with the bathtub. But you can see in that shot of the shower how everything's book matched. Now, book match means that basically every slab or every cut of the stone all comes from the same block out of the quarry. So when they make these cuts in that one slab and then they offer everything back together, they join all of the seams. So you can see there on that side wall that all of the seams match up and has a very symmetrical look to it, and very professionally installed stone here. The top left, that's again the master suite, a little seating area there. The other photograph there down at the bottom right, that's one of the 4 guest staterooms down on the lower deck, and we'll see a couple of them here. So there's the guest bathroom, and that's the twin that's downstairs in another one of the guest cabins. On the right hand side, we move up to the Sundeck. Now the Sundeck has the jacuzzi up forwards and the crane back aft. Now there's something to bear in mind here with this style of crane and the location of the crane. You can see in the bottom right photograph there, even when none of the equipment is up on that deck, by equipment I mean the tenders and the jet skis, so even when that's cleared off, you still have the crane in the middle of that deck there. Now the crew would move that up and out of the way, but it's still sort of looming there in the way. Now the other option here, and it's what a lot of the newer styles do, and a couple of boats have actually refitted existing boats to this new style, and that's to install a low profile crane on the bulwark, so that it can still service that area and lift the boats on and off the deck. But when the boats and the chocks are off the deck, it means that crane is tucked out of the way, and you can really utilize that area for sun loungers. So not a big issue there. It's just something to bear in mind. If that's an area that you're going to want to use a lot, then it's maybe a consideration there. But you can see that on the top right photograph here, they have the sun loungers up forwards around the jacuzzi area there. You can see the nice jacuzzi up forwards there with the sun pads either side. So here's the GA, or the general arrangement of the yacht on the right hand side here. I'll zoom in on a couple of places for you to be aware of. These are the guest cabins. Now the reason there were only 4 sorry, there are only 2 photographs of the guest cabins is because they're all fairly similar. So you have 3 kings here, and then we also saw the photograph of the twin cabin there. So all nice size cabins, and the twin useful for kids. On the main deck here, this is your salon. You can see it's divided there. There'll be sliding doors there, possibly even a fixed wall on that side, I think, and the sliding door on this side. And then this is your formal dining. This is the layout that they have for the master cabin. Here is your seating area for the master suite, bed, and then you have his and hers bathrooms. Up to the Sundeck. Now here's what I was mentioning about the crane. This is the crane in the middle here, and then they store the tender and the jet skis up here. So as I was saying, even when these are cleared off, you still have that crane there. And what they do sometimes is they move it up and over to the side, but just so that you are aware that there are other styles where the crane would sit in the bulwarks here, so that it's out of the way, so that you have this huge deck area to use once the boats are out of the way. So here's an aft shot of the boat at the bottom on the left there, and you can see the huge aft swim platform that they have on a lot of the Trinities. Very nice area, great area for setup, diving, water sports. It's a real nice feature to have on the boat. We'll go through some quick descriptions here. I won't linger on this. If you'd like to receive the full brochure, shoot me an email with the request more info tab on the right, and you can read through all of this. So I'll go through it fairly quickly. Glade Johnson design, as I mentioned. Here are our Caterpillar 35 series, great engines to have. Fuel burns there. Below that is the generators. Now it doesn't specify it in the brochure here, but I'll hazard a guess that the generators are Northern Lights. That's what 90% of the Trinities use, and the Northern Lights utilize a John Deere engine. Another very simple engine, easy to maintain. You can get it worked on anywhere in the world. Something to bear in mind, and they always put those in the soundproof boxes so that you can remove that soundproof cowling and you have complete access to all of the engine. Is a nice layout. Some of the other machinery, the only thing I'll point out here, actually 2 things I'll point out. One is the 0-speed stabilizers. It's kind of standard feature now. It hasn't been fitted on yachts for that many years. I'd say about 2007, 2008 was when we first started seeing them very regularly. Almost essential now, especially for charter purposes. And the other thing is the headhunter system. That's a sewerage system. Basically what it means is you have a zero discharge. There are certain areas that have requirements for these sorts of systems to be fitted. They have discharge requirements that you can't discharge in certain areas, so this just makes it a little easier to travel around wherever you want without having to be too concerned with those things, because you have the right equipment fitted. Here, some of the AV entertainment equipment. I'll just point out quickly the kaleidoscope system, which you see in all the guest areas here. That's basically a big storage device where you can store hundreds of movies, thousands of CDs, music. Again, almost standard equipment for charter boats now. It means that you can just look through and scroll through all these movies in the one area. It's utilized with the Crestron system. Makes it a little more appealing for guests looking at various charter options. So here we flick through a couple of other pieces of laundry equipment, some fire safety. They list the tenders and toys that are on board, and then on the back they list everything that was completed in the 2011 refit. Main things there: the ABS survey was completed. It seems they had a lot of air conditioning, general maintenance work done. It's just nice to see that these pieces are being taken care of, because it's periodical maintenance, and these to be completed on every boat. And it's the boats that don't do it which are the ones that will end up costing you in the long run. So thanks for watching.